All right, hello. So I did not mean to shoot this video like this at first. As I said yesterday in my email that I sent out, my computer, I don't know, it has some problems for sure, but in the video that I was making yesterday for you to show you the how to create an ad and then also to do email marketing, what happened was in the file, when I would replay back the audio, it had this kind of repeating click-ish / beep noise, just playing through the whole video. So I don't know what that was. I'm not sure how to fix it just yet, but nonetheless, I'm resulting to how I know how to do it. I have my phone, and that's what I'm going to do right now. So it's not going to be exactly how I wanted to show it to you. I'll probably make this a lot shorter than it was yesterday, but you'll still get the same idea. And then if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email. I can answer those specifically, and then if you want any further clarification, I can always hop on like a Zoom with you, and or if enough people have the same questions, I can always host like a little webinar one night, maybe this weekend or something like that, and I can just have everyone kind of hop on, and I'll run through it right quick, and then and we can do it that way. So not wasting any more time, I'm gonna flip the camera around. And I'm gonna hold it, so I apologize for any shakiness that I might have. I'm not the most steady hand, but I'll still show you and give you an idea of what I'm doing. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so as we can see, this is my fan page. Facebook does not allow you to create any ads on your personal Facebook, so you have to have your fan page set up to run ads. And when you have your fan page, you make posts just like you do on your personal page. Some of you may have seen some of this stuff before. This is just what's on my fan page. So what we do when you set up your fan page is you get ad accounts. We actually recommend creating a business manager, which allows you to create multiple different ad accounts. That way if one gets shut down, you still have other stuff to work on. So this ad is an ad, you may have seen me post this video with multiple different ads before, but I just kind of wanted to go over it. This is one I posted on September 3rd, as you can see that near the top there. September 3rd, it's just a bit of copy, the video, and you can see some of the stats here. 9,000 people reached, 45 engagements, 252 clicks, right? So this ad is something I posted just like you would anything else, right? At the top on your Facebook, if you were to create a status, you would write a post, you could upload a photo or a video with it, and then you just, share it, right? And it just goes right onto your wall. That is how we recommend writing an ad. That way it looks organic, because it is organic, right? It just goes right onto your posts, just like anything else, right? Then from here, you go into your ads manager, which to get there, you just would have to click up in this corner here, and you can go to your ads manager. But I already have it open, so I'll just give that a show to you real quick. Let me close this because I think it's clicking or something. Okay. So here's an ads manager. And what we'll do, this is all just different ads I've run recently, that I've shut off in the meantime. So what we do, we'll click create. Again, sorry for any shakiness. I'm, like I said, not the most steady. And if my computer would like to load, I can continue here. Okay, so this is the first page. This is creating a new campaign. And you can create a new campaign. You can choose an existing campaign. Sorry for this, Skype is just killing me right now. Come on. My apologies. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can use an existing campaign if you were trying to create just new ad sets, or you can create a new campaign, which is what we're going to do. these details here are what you would use to tell Facebook what to optimize for. So if you want them to optimize for engagement, people liking, commenting, sharing, you could do a page post engagement ad and go off of this. If you wanted, video views on a video, Facebook will show your ad to people that are more likely to watch videos. So that's something you can use there. We click conversions because we want Facebook to show this ad to people who are more likely to convert, right? And they get that data because, people click links that exit the Facebook website, and they know that, so they show it to people who are more apt to clicking links. So you can just name it. I'll just do, video example, and we'll click continue. And then here, this is the next page. This is where you actually set up your targeting. We're going to do create multiple new ad sets because we want something that will, give us data on like who is actually like responding best to our ad. And I'll further explain that when I kind of get to that point here in a second. But we're going to select lead. So, the conversion that we want is lead. We want people to become leads, right? So select lead there. Down here, you can choose location. Like if you were doing something for like more like an ad agency and you wanted, someone in your city, and for like a restaurant offer or something like that, you could select the city that you wanted them to be a part of and add that, and then it will only show your ad to people in that city. I just want the United States in there right now. Sometimes I'll do Canada, sometimes, you can do New Zealand or whatever, Australia, different stuff, but for now, let's do America. Age range, you can select your age range on who you think would best respond to your ad. You could do men or women or both. You can select your languages here that you want to show it to. And then detailed targeting. So this is where we get into what I was saying and why I created multiple ad sets, because this is going to allow us to select a target audience to show the ad to. So for example, I'll do entrepreneurship. So it will show the people who like entrepreneurship on Facebook this ad, right? So as we can see on the right here, right next to this, it says 205 million people on Facebook like entrepreneurship. So it's a pretty large audience, and you can scale that down a couple of ways. You can change the ages. You can select men or women, right? That's going to certainly like lower the bar. Or you can narrow the audience by saying they must like entrepreneurship and something else. Like, for example, like home business or something like that. Or you can exclude people. So let's say you didn't want anyone in entrepreneurship who liked Amway or who liked, whatever, anything. And then it will exclude people from the list of people who like entrepreneurship. It will exclude anyone who likes what you write in this area here. We're not going to do that right now. We're just going to continue on and add detailed targeting variation. So I can now have another audience included. So I'll just do home business to show that. So, whoops. So what this is going to do now that we have two, and you can add as many as you want here, but now that we have two, what it's going to end up doing in the back end, when we're looking back at all of the data, it will show anybody who clicks, likes, comments, purchases, anything who came from this group of people, or if they came from this group of people, right? That way we know, because we're using the same ad, we're using the same copy, the same video, the same everything. The only thing we're changing is the target audience, right? So then we'll know this was the only variable we changed, so we'll know what one works, we'll know what one doesn't, and we can test a bunch of different things of these. We can test, I'll test sometimes 20 different interests, and that will it just gives you more data, right? It just gives you more things to learn. So we'll start with those two. So basically, we'll have the same ad but going out to 2 different audiences. Here, I will edit placements usually. This generally sends it to both desktop and media. I take off desktop because what I've learned from doing both is that desktop, there we go. Desktop will, it's only like 2 or 3% of people who see the ad is on desktop, so there's no sense in spending money there at this point, at least. There's future things you can do, but I won't get into that right now. I want the Facebook feeds to be the only place my ad shows up so that it looks organic, right? I don't want it to be a sidebar ad. I don't want it to be in Messenger. I don't want it to be, in the marketplace or in stories or on Instagram or any of that. So I just go through and uncheck all of those things. Just the Facebook feeds. And then this area here, I'm optimizing for conversions. I usually do a 1-day clicker view, so it's like after they click the ad, how, it will track the conversion within a day. And then I don't really touch much of this stuff here, but distribution, this is where we put in money. So I always just start an ad set at $5 a day. I have 2 ad sets currently that I just set up, so I'm going to just change it to $10. Now it says here 2 ad sets with $5 a day on that budget. And then down here you can do run my ad set continuously starting today, or you can set a start and end date. I always let it run continuously because if you put an end date, even though your ad might be doing really, really well, it's going to end on that date. And I don't want it to end if it's doing well. I want to be in control of when I shut my ad off, right? So these you can just name. You could name this entrepreneurship and name this home business. That way you can keep track of it without going into the ad set. You can adjust budget here if you want to, maybe make one 7 or make one 10 or whatever. I'll just go ahead and hit continue. Again, you can name your ad if you wanted to add in like video example or, like that's what I named the campaign. So you can name the ad here as well. Usually I'll put gratitude here, like, thank you for all the leads or something like that. Just because if you've ever read The Secret or have kept up with any of my emails, a lot of times I'll talk about, gratitude and how it can kind of help things. So anyway, moving on from the name, you can create the ad here and you would essentially just click single image or single video here. And then a little further down, there's a little text box. You can write text in here and it will look like this, right? So it would have your photo, your text would be above it. And then you get that learn more button. It kind of looks like an ad, right? Those are ads. So we don't want that, right? We want it to look as organic as possible. So I always use existing post, and then we're going to make sure it's on my page, my fan page here, which it is. And then down here at select post, I'll just simply select a recent post that I posted on my fan page wall, like I showed you in the beginning, right here on September 3rd. So I would click this, right? And then there it is. So now that's an ad. You see it says sponsored underneath it. That's the only thing that gives it away that it's an ad. And other than that, we would scroll down. We have confirm on the bottom here. We would just click confirm, and then that would make this a live ad, right? It would go into a page to be approved, and then that's all. Once it's approved, it will show up in your ads manager. So let me just pop back over here really quickly, show you the ads manager. Let me pop in. So I'll go into this campaign. As you can see, there's like multiple different interests. Online advertising, Robert Kiyosaki, luxury lifestyle, things like that. As you can see, they're approved, right? You see some leads that have come in. And this is all the data. Oh, let me make that a little bit more clear. So this is data now that you have per ad set. So that's why we do separate ad sets for everything, because then you can see, you know, this got 1 lead, this got 14, this got 11, you know, blah, blah, blah. You can kind of see it all. So, you know, that's generally, let me set this back down here. That's generally that's how you create an ad. I will say that, you know, that's kind of a quick overview. The video I made yesterday was almost a half an hour, full of, you know, a little bit more detail and stuff, but I don't really want to make you sit through my hand shaking around on this phone that much. If I can figure my computer out this issue, then I will definitely shoot another video for you to kind of get more in depth. But that's essentially what it is. You know, you start with that organic post on your fan page. You then go into Ads Manager. You create multiple different ad sets to test interests, and then you run them, right? If you think that your current offer that you're using would work well with, you know, a younger generation, then target the younger generation. Target your countries. If you think it would work better with, you know, Hispanic speaking or English, you can do that. You know, whatever it might be that is your offer, then target those people. And then place the ad in front of them by just simply hitting confirm, and then boom, you go out. And then track it here in Ads Manager, and once, you know, you'll start to see like what's winning, what's losing. Simply shut off the losers and scale the winners. Easy as that. So with all that, I hope that kind of gave you a clearer idea. It's simple in theory, and it just takes a little bit of time to kind of learn the nuances of it. But as those are all things that we teach in AWOL Academy, so and much deeper. So, you know, I hope that kind of helped you get a clear idea. And if you do want to start learning more about it, then I do recommend you jump in and grab that $99 AWOL Academy. So let me know if you have any questions. Again, I'll hop on, you know, a Zoom call with any one of you who needs further clarification. Shoot me an email with your questions, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye.